By the 7th of Muharram, several days had already passed since the caravan had been stopped in Karbala. The camp of Imam Husayn radiallahu anhu remained in an exposed desert environment. The region was dry, open, and dependent on nearby access to water. The Euphrates River was the primary available source. As troop numbers around Karbala increased under the command of Umar ibn Sa'd, administrative pressure from Kufa also intensified. According to historical accounts, a letter was sent by Ubayd Allah ibn Ziyad instructing Umar ibn Sa'd to tighten conditions further. Among these measures was restricting access to water. This transformed the nature of the encampment significantly. The issue was no longer simply political negotiation or halted movement. Basic resources were now becoming part of the conflict. In desert conditions, water was not a secondary resource, it was essential for survival. The camp of Imam Husayn radiallahu anhu included not only companions, but also family members, women, and children. Access to water was therefore a daily necessity. The Euphrates was geographically close enough to be considered the main supply route. According to reports in Al-Kamil fi al-Tariq, military units were positioned specifically to control access points leading toward the river. This was not incidental, it was deliberate strategic control. This order reflected a shift in operational pressure. Before this, the caravan had been stationary but functional. After this, daily life inside the camp became significantly more difficult. Water containers could no longer be replenished freely. Existing supplies became limited. Every remaining resource gained immediate value. A desert encampment without reliable water could not maintain normal routine for long. The physical demands of heat, travel fatigue, and exposure became more severe. Classical historians mention the increasing difficulty faced by those inside the camp. This was not a military battlefield in the conventional sense. The hardship was unfolding gradually. The pressure was environmental, logistical, and psychological. The restriction of water altered the atmosphere entirely. Historical narrations mention efforts by members of the camp to secure or retrieve water. These attempts reflected the necessity of the situation. The river itself had not disappeared. Its presence nearby made the restriction even more consequential. Water was visible in proximity, but controlled through military access. This created an unusual and highly tense condition. The issue was no longer scarcity by nature, but scarcity through restriction. An important aspect of Karbala is that much of its intensity developed before open battle began. The events were cumulative. First came interception, then restriction of movement, then encirclement, then logistical deprivation. The 7th of Muharram represents a major turning point in this progression. It demonstrates how the situation evolved step by step rather than through sudden confrontation. According to historical sources, these developments set the stage for the increasingly severe events of the following days. The 7th of Muharram did not witness the final battle. No decisive military clash occurred on that day, and yet its significance remains profound. It was the day the environment of Karbala changed from controlled encampment to intensified hardship. Access narrowed, resources tightened, conditions became harsher. According to historical sources, this development marked one of the clearest indicators that the situation in Karbala was moving toward a far more serious conclusion. The events of Karbala did not unfold through a single moment. They developed through stages, and the 7th of Muharram stands as one of the most critical of those stages. a day when the landscape remained unchanged, but the conditions within it became far more difficult. And from this point onward, the path toward Ashura became even narrower.